Hugh Freeze and Auburn have made quite the splash on the recruiting trail. Rivals 100 outside linebacker Jamonta Waller announced his flip from Florida to the Tigers this weekend. As Auburn really builds its recruiting class, Waller is a guy that we at Rivals are really high on. Top 70 player overall, one of the better outside linebacker recruits in the nation. His film is tremendous. A guy that really gets in the backfield at ease. He gets off the edge very quickly. Bends well. Just guy that gets after the quarterback, naturally, a guy that you want in an SEC program to play on the defensive side of the ball. He's a bit of a tweener with his size, profile and all of that, but he just makes an impact every time he steps on the field. He was named Mr. Football for his classification in the state of Mississippi just recently for his senior season. A playmaker on the defense side of the ball that really jumps out on tape. Auburn was an early factor in its recruitment dating back to the spring. They got him on campus, one of the big contenders in his recruitment. Ultimately, he ended up going to Florida, at least committing to Florida this summer. But the Tigers, they continue to chip away at his recruitment, see if they get him in the class. Hugh Freeze and his staff have, obvious connections to the state of Mississippi, dating back to Freeze's days at Ole Miss. That had to play some kind of role in at least, chipping away, building those relationships, all of that stuff. So now that Waller has made that flip from the SEC East power to the SEC West program in Auburn, says a lot about where Auburn is in the recruiting trail. Year one of the Hugh Freeze era, building that foundation, but getting a guy like Waller in their class, pulling him from the state of Mississippi and flipping him from an SEC, rival, it says a lot. I think Waller is a player that has a big time, NFL ceiling long term, thanks to his ability to get after the quarterback and get into the backfield and make those splash plays. It's a really big get for Auburn in the 2024 recruiting cycle.